Namaste, welcome to Restore in Breath, and I happen to still have my little chai latte. So today's practice of Restore in Breath is a discussion and a breath practice and a holding of postures that are that. Do you feel that perhaps there's moments where you really do so much? And why are you doing so much? Are you chasing your tail? Probably. Most of us are. I've been witnessing it. That's why this whole world is at a standstill, and that's what we're meant to do. So I'm gonna have a sip of my chai, and then we're gonna get this wonderful little lovely practice going. So most of us do suffer, unfortunately, by the grip of holding on to the idea that we have to push and shove to get somewhere. That's not the case. Peel it back, roll back inside, get inside, and just be still. Stand still. Be still. The sovereign self is awaiting you to let go of your suffering. What are you holding on to? So let's begin with gratitude. Let's say, what are you grateful for? So we're going to begin our posture, our pose, our position in a heart opening. And I know this is really challenging for a lot of us. We're going to use one block, literally one block for now. Okay? Gratitude for this one block. Gratitude for this, I'm here right now. So have all of your other props around you. You may need to tap into them. We're going to slide that block up, move the bum down, take your forearms down, and find that block somewhere at your spine area. It could be a soft block. Then eventually what we're going to do, it's at the lowest level and wide. You see that in the bird's eye view? Wide, lowest level. Once you find that positioning, oh, yeah, it's across my back, I'm going to rest my shoulder blades completely over the block. So literally, when I'm on the block, these are my shoulder blades. I call them wings. They're not on the block. They're over the block. Got it? So once you slide yourself onto that block and you lay down, oh, I just cracked my back from my previous episode. And then you just let yourself hang out. Oh boy. So some of you may feel this is a real big challenge. And if this is a bit much, I understand you can soften the block by putting a blanket on it. Okay. So first of all, feet come as wide as your yoga mat and then let your knees fall in of each other. So you're on your inner edges of your feet and your head is tilted. So it's not like flat on the occipital. That's kind of like not going to happen. So it's angled, but you want to keep your neck neutral. And then what we can do with our arms is this. Make sure your tail is on the floor too, your tailbone. You can hug yourself, okay, and let your arms just flop. They'll kind of fall in towards your face. That's a great option. Or you can let your arms go into full flexion over your head, closing your eyes so your eyeballs are not staring anywhere. Or you can take your arms down by your side. And we're not going to be here for long, just long enough to really feel that lift of the heart, the opening of that sternum. Yeah. The mobility of opening, our ability to open our heart. A lot of us don't have this mobility yet, and we don't want to force it. So just being in this position. Ujjayi breathing. Some of you may have your arms in cactus. Some of you may feel so uncomfortable that maybe it'll be more comfortable if you interlace your fingers underneath your head and you still get the benefits of opening your heart with your arms in flexion and support your head. That's up to you. And your knees are in of each other as they're hanging out for another 20 breaths here. So we're creating some mobility, stability and mobility by being aware of where it is and being in the present moment of. Maybe you don't have a lot of mobility in your thoracic spine. A lot of us have had broken hearts, born into a broken world. Just all kinds of karmic cause and effects. But right now we are grateful. What are you grateful for? That this is only another 10 more breaths long. So just being aware, noticing what you notice. Yeah, it's not that you're broken and you need to be fixed, that you're less of if this is uncomfortable.
Just breathe your breath, full breaths into the belly. What are you grateful for while you're in this position? 3 more breaths. Oh gosh, I'm so grateful for that. It wasn't a long pose. And then very mindfully, I'm going to take my forearms down by my hips, press into my elbows, lift my head up. I'm going to grab my butt flesh, open my knees up, reassess my feet further away, and start to pick myself up. However you may do that. And feel that. Now remove that block. Thank goodness. Find your blankets for your occipital, your back of your skull. People make fun of how I say occipital, the occiput bone. Slide your bolster underneath your knees, and then you're going to lay yourself back down with a smooth spine. Find that blanket underneath your occipital. Let yourself rest. Extend your legs out. Oh gosh. And then coming to the space of corpse pose. One hand on your heart flesh, elbow relaxed on the floor, so it could be just barely touching your breast. The other hand on your belly flesh, elbow relaxed on the floor. Close your eyes and be here now. Be here now. So there may be distractions, like I just have kids running around my yard right now, and I was like, oh, kids are here. Come back to your breath. Come back to your mind's eye, the space between your eyebrows. And feel that opening in your chest, that mobility, that ability, the stability. What is stable is your mindfulness, the connection to divine, if you choose it to be. Your mobility, your flexibility is your openness to faith, to awareness of seeing your truths. That creates such flexibility in all of us when we are able to see where we're at truthfully. So right now, I welcome everyone to join me into the mind's eye, into this beautiful Shavasana, feeling the fullness of your breath through your whole thoracic being. That means into the chest, all the way down, fullness of lungs, movement of diaphragm into the belly. Soften your shoulders, soften your ankles. You are relaxed. Just let yourself relax, surrender. Gratitude. What are you grateful for? Gratitude is a higher frequency of energy, just like love, light, compassion, unconditional love. Whereas the lower frequencies and the dark is anger, jealousy, competition, expectations, frustrations. All of that is not a very good frequency. It's not good or bad, it's not uplifting. So what are you grateful for? That's the most uplifting. Gratitude for highest frequency. Gratitude. Gratitude. Relax your jaw. And then eventually just let your arms open out to the sides, palms up. And truly, truly just let yourself be. Soften your brow, soften your jaw. Soften your shoulders, your glutes, your ankles. You are soft, you are open. Mobility comes from our ability to be present and aware and awake, to be stable in our sovereign selves, to know that we are divine, and with such gratitude for our experiences and this existence, consciousness, then we meet Ananda bliss. So let yourself just be in this Ananda bliss. I invite you to be in this bliss, yet at the same time, really pay attention to the gift of your breath. When you fill your lungs completely, allow the belly to bellow. As you exhale, feel that breath move out, the compost, the release, the surrender. And when you in-breath, that you take in that new energy, that prana, that vital force. It's a dance of receiving and surrendering. It is the fluidity of life. Surrender. You are safe. You are loved. You are divine. Stay with your breath and with gratitude as your intention. Even offer a smile upon your lips. Notice if there's any tension in your body and just revisit it with the kindness of your breath and with gratitude for the existence of your being, and let yourself just be, soften. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. There just is an awareness and gratitude. Notice the difference of your heart without the block, and you feel that, the sternum, the heart is open, the spine is long, the breath is fluid. Don't worry about the time. I will mind the time. Just stay with your Shavasana, with your breath, with gratitude, and with softening. Soften. I invite us all just to really feel the sensations of our toes by wiggling them in our fingers. And as we wiggle wiggle our fingers and our toes, just begin to bend one knee, then the other knee, and start to invite just a little kind of apanasana, knees up towards your armpits as much as you can, and rock as you move your arms into full flexion over your head if that's not too uncomfortable. If it's uncomfortable, just augment so that you can feel perhaps a little bit more of your stability and your mobility without pushing and shoving, because it's so important to love yourself. And then from here, just rocking from one gluteal flesh hip to the other side, really honoring that self. And then let's all of us sweep our hands towards our kneecaps and grab a hold of your kneecaps and stir your kneecaps in directions and arrangements that feel inviting to you, whatever that may look like. Feel that, your sovereign self. Restore and breathe is about really restoring and noticing where perhaps the mobility and your stability can be really just, brought to your attention, and not to fix it. You're not broken, but to be aware. Like that heart opening block exercise. Roll to a side that resonates with you. Curl into that fetal position. I've noticed a lot of people feel there's this heart ache in their chest. So wanted to introduce you into that block opening. It might have been uncomfortable. Start to adjust yourself up into your seat. Be mindful, slow. And then eventually I'm going to take my bolster to sit on it so you can arrange yourself into your seat. And once you come to sit, reassess your whole spine from that laying on the block to Shavasana. Take your hand to your heart center and one hand to your belly flesh. I love the sound of kids laughing in the background. Not distracted, but feel your body. Feel your belly once again and feel your heart. Two important places, personal power and your love. Merge them together by breathing in unison to the whole fullness of your being. And exhale from them both. Just like that. Gratitude. So what I can offer is that I'm grateful for my broken heart that I've had in my past that has taught me what love is, how to love myself. I am so grateful for those experiences, those lessons that might have caused that sharp pain, that hyperkyphotic curve. I am grateful for the awareness that I brought to those centers and how I've nourished myself and I've led myself into the ascension of gratitude. I am one with divine. I love myself more fully now. I'm aware of my relationships, how I choose to relate. I am aware of how I respond. I choose to not give my power away, but to fill myself up with love each day. And I hope you too are realizing that this yoga practice is a daily practice of awareness. From my heart to your heart, let us close our eyes and let us chant Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take a deep breath in, fill yourself up completely with breath, with prana, and then Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti means peace. May you feel the peace in your being. May you know your peace.
And may you know that your peace is that with divine. Namaste. I hope that Restore and Breath practice, you found a little something, whether it be the discomfort in the block, not to hurt yourself, but just to be aware of lifting your heart and holding yourself with such love. And then the restoring and resting in the fact that less is more, and gratitude is the higher frequency of love. From my light to yours. Namaste. Perhaps I'll see you in other episodes. Please feel free to email me any questions, anything. I'm here for you. I am your yoga guide. Namaste.